All right, you can start. All right, so here we go. Round one.
Catalina versus Gran.
Turn on this.
So interesting enough, Glass Sword spent all this time warming up playing Matera. He's gonna decide to switch to Catalina. To start things off.
Yeah, he has been working on a Catalina for quite some time now, so I'm not too surprised to see it here, especially versus
Believe in
Grant.
victory.
Yeah, he says
Battle
he can't
one.
stand Matera.
Engage.
Yeah, he hates that.
Going for the projectiles. A slow start. See how things go here.
Yeah, never a bad idea to feel like your opponent.
So you say feeling out, maybe immediately goes to the lunge and got home. I would have took a bit of a spare, a bit of a mistake. Is Blue doesn't really close up all the holes and got pushed back to center screen. Got shut down by another projectile. Running up looking for a DP, but just giving the 10 to Glass. Ooh, too slow on the 2C. That could be it. That's good.
Yeah, very good conversion from Blue there, closing that out.
Seems you've improved.
Battle 2. Engage.
Turn the game audio down. Loud anime noises. But as we see, Blue is trying to get some decent pressure here starting out, but good counter pokes coming out from Glass Sword here, trying to get some, to release some of this pressure.
Yeah, and Blue's still in there. Found a hit with a 5A, but can't find the second one. Gets backed up with a 2A. Glass is slowly trying to push him out. Cleans him up with another swift strike to the chest and gets to the backside. Big jump you. Swapping sides. Hammering away again. Yo, let me in. Can't find anything of real merit, but holding on to a lead. And I like the choice right there.
Very good.
The last time he went with the 2C, he was way too slow on that, got stuff. So doesn't need a DP. He's not going to carry over the next round. Using the EX to get himself to round 3. Good looks.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. He definitely did some good things there. Definitely, that was just really good reaction with that DP at the end of that round there. Well, one thing I do like about what Glass Sword's doing right now, his counter pokes on where to get out of Grant's pressure is really it's very well informed.
Yeah. Then on the mark with 2As time and time again, understands that Blue is leaving some huge gaps. A big 5B there, can't really get anything, gets put on the deck for it, but has a really monstrous lead at this point. Any hit'll do it for him.
Yeah.
Case in point.
Very
2
good.
beats to the ankles. Keep going.
All right. Yeah, so sorry. Yeah, very good conversion there to close out the round. And Glass Sword will take game number 1 there. So, but yeah, no, he was calling out all the gaps in Blue's pressure there, which really allowed him to get a lot of ground and get a lot of good chip damage. So when he did actually get a clean hit, he was able to make up for it all.
Right. Only thing he's really got to be wary of is when he's sitting at this range, mid-range, long range, where he's trying to find the end of the lunge. Blue is constantly dodging, trying to see if he can catch the recovery of it. So that's the one pitfall that Glass Sword might fall into. But other than that, he's looking very clean. Baits out of Annie here, doesn't get a big punish, but gets a lot of information knowing that Blue is looking to 2C at that range.
Very true. It kind of was like a feint with that jump in, but then gets a big jump in there, dropping the combo, unfortunately, but poking him out, continuing that pressure, and getting the round.
Yeah, even with that drop, it was pretty much over for Blue at that point. Especially since he hasn't really been showing DP, it's going to be hard for him to fight out of those scenarios. A neutral jump at the start, okay.
That call out was really good on that boot, but gonna unfortunately get hit by EXDP there.
Couple of cooldowns gone for Blue though, so can't really pursue any further. Back to center screen.
Yeah, Blue giving up his turn with that EX boot now. Back on deck though, so it's definitely an option again, but this good block on the JU boot, not far enough.
Yeah, I don't know what that surge was about right there. All of that was denied, but he just runs in, steps up, takes a throw.
Another
2
throw.
Scoops. Oh, and he waited for it, didn't do anything with it, just let him jump out of the corner for free?
That's unfortunate. Very good. The one thing I do like about Glass Sword, his reactions to projectiles and being able to spot dodge and all that is really good. But unfortunately, try to go for a meaty 5H there, but gets hit with the wake up super, and I think that might be enough damage to take the round. No, not enough damage. Next mix-up will take it for the round.
Does take the lead with it though, but that doesn't matter too much because it's not like it's going to go to the clock. Uses a EX fireball, stuffs out the lunge, and that's Blue getting his round, trying to stay alive. Here we go to round 3.
Very good. I like that. Little instead of jumping it this time, he tried to just call it out with a parry round start. But we are going to see a very good conversion here, getting that EX lunge into a very good conversion. But unfortunately, getting hit by that EX DP there.
They'll take that every time.
For sure.
Especially for the trade-off for what he used to get in there, running over Blue 2B, and then just getting DP back for it doesn't mean too much to Glass Sword at this point. Blue with the 2A getting a little bit of a break, but Glass Sword in there again, runs into a second DP. But that's really the only damage that Blue's gotten out of this round so far. Hasn't found a solid conversion just yet. 2A left on the table.
Yeah, one good conversion, though, might take the round with Super Skybound on the deck, but Glass Sword's just going to end it there with a very good medium droid. I'm sorry, medium lunge. Sorry, wrong game.
Call it whatever you want. Everybody knows what it is.
All right, Glass Sword up 2-0 over Blue right now. Very solid stuff coming out from both players, but Glass Sword is able to get a little bit more damage in some of these exchanges here.
And Blue is going to the only thing that's been working for him so far. A couple of throws. Missed the third one. We'd have a completely different scenario if he finds it. Goes for it again. 3 scoops in this round so far, but he's off the mark with his fourth one. Like, he's just too early on the wake-up.
Good bait on that DP, though. This could be a lot of damage, and he takes the round. Very convincingly there.
Yeah.
But he's got a lot of ground to make up.
It's a good way to do it. And that round should tell him a lot. Like, he should understand that Glass Sword isn't really one to tech. Because both of the times that Glass Sword was able to get up, it was just miscues from Blue. But this round, something we got to catch up on.
For sure. Boot there getting in safely, but missing a big counter hit. Both ends.
Dropping a punish as well. Stepping in. And that was really good. For all the times he threw him, really gave him a reason to try to walk away from the 2A.
Oh, that JU, though, going to do a lot. It's not going to take it, but that's going to be a lot of damage here. Next hit will take the round for either player, I believe.
Yeah, the thing is, Blue has to get up off his back. Gonna be kind of hard for him.
Oh, it just takes a throw. Pixel.
Surprised.
And wakes up again with Super Skybound art, and Blue takes game number 3.
I'm actually surprised that Glass Sword had the nerve to walk up and throw him, or run up and throw him at that point. Because that seemed like a scenario that Blue was going to DP again, and he didn't. But getting off in the game 4, coming out the gates, clashing, Blue winning the exchange, gets a counter hit with a close B, but doesn't get the full confirm from it.
Yeah, unfortunately misses that confirm, but good punish from Glass Sword, punishing that light Tatsu there.
And again, nah, too far for that one. Solid.
Very good.
Swift little back.
Blue just trying to wait there, but unfortunately not working out for him, but he did get that counter poke there, and he does take the round. Blue back on the board. Still some ground to work up, but it's definitely looking like some signs of life for sure.
Oh yeah, marching back. One step at a time, or I guess one boot at a time for Grant.
Yeah, unfortunately, Glass Sword missing out on another big counter hit there from the 5H, but still getting hit by another DP.
And that one just shows a little bit of confidence from Blue, because that wasn't an ES that time. It was another ADP rip.
This man could wake up grab, but he's going to jump up the corner. So many drops right now from both players, but Glass Sword not going to drop that anti-air confirm.
Yeah, that's the one that he needed right there. Big 2C, didn't have to cancel it into a parry or anything, and that puts Glass Sword on match point. Paying respect to the boot, paying respect to the plus frames, but still find himself back in the wall. Couple of checks before the throw. Nothing really doing. He's not going to jump out of that one. Okay. Aye. Big counter H. And then a throw.
Oh, he tried to call out the jump out in the corner with an air throw, but unfortunately not able to get that though. Very good attempt though. But this is looking kind of worrisome. Glass Sword at a huge deficit. Gets hit by a walk-up sweep into Skybound Art.
Just sweep the leg.
And Blue making this a very competitive 2-2 going to game 5.
Believe in victory.
Yeah, it was looking very rocky for Blue at the start, but he said has brought this back, led us down to the final game. Yo! And just breaming with confidence, stepping up and taking a DP. Glass Sword having to take one off the back, but that's the beginning of his momentum. Looking for the throw. And I feel like that's the first time he's looking for UO the entire set.
Yeah, I think that was the first time I've seen the Universal Overhead this entire game, this entire set for sure. Not really working out, but a good conversion there from EX Boot is going to be huge. Oh, he could have spent the meter, but he probably wanted to save it.
Yeah, he's looking for the reset. Glass Sword trying to fight out of a bad situation. Gets the jump. You just get out of the corner, and that's pretty good.
Finally.
Gets to confirm and gets around.
Finally getting that confirm of that stand far heavy.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good stuff.
And it was looking kind of scary because Glass Sword likes trying to poke after Grand 2B, which is plus. So he's trying to reach his hand in the cookie jar. He got caught a couple times for it, but able to keep his footing for now. And you see him trying to walk away from the boot, but he can't get away from the long legs of Grand. Gets away from the long arms, though. Nice jump again out of the corner.
Goes for the air tech instead of a hard knockdown. Fortunately, gets hit there by the side switch, but another big conversion from Glass Sword, and that should...
Oh, yeah, that does
Yep,
it.
the classic. Glass Sword does take that 3-0 over Blue. 3-2 over Blue. Very good games from both players, but Glass Sword is able to clutch it out just a little bit towards the end.
Yeah, found himself rising off his back, taking a back tech, I believe, in Blue. Overextending a little too far, ran into the hilt of a 5A, and that was the last thing he saw before he found himself down in the bracket of alternative success.
That's one way to put it. But still good stuff from both players there. Definitely not out of it yet. Blue can definitely bring this back in loser's bracket, but we'll have to see that later. Currently, we're going to be having Reich and Zintai up next. I'm not quite sure who Zintai plays in this game.
According to his Twitter, it says he plays Charlotta.
Oh, well, yeah, that's going to be interesting.
And one of the Florida boys, from what I understand, if the information is true, you know how some people be putting false information out there, but we'll have a little bit of time to see. Going against Reich, as you said, saw him last week or 2 weeks ago as Texas wanted to pull up and take Granblue, right? Very wily Grand player, if I remember correctly.
Yes, very good Grand player though. Definitely wild, but don't discount him.
Is that old school mentality of the old school 2D mentality of I have a DP and I'm gonna remind you that it has invincibility.
For sure. Definitely going to be interesting to see this matchup though. Another Grand versus Charlotta. I don't think we've really had any Charlottas here on the online series yet. That I at least remember. I don't think we've had a Charlotta yet in an online series.
It's like I want to say yes, but some of my online events are just running together in my head, so I have to take your word for it at this point. But even if we haven't seen one now, the Mighty Midget is here in the first round of ZoneBreakers 5. Yes. Zintai trying to see if he can carry her along. I know I'm cutting you off, my bad.
No, you good, man. This man's prepared. He's got the notepad. This man got the research. He's got all the stats. He's got everything, man. He's got everything prepared. He knows what's up.
I took 10 seconds to click an icon on Smash GG.
See, I'm busy setting up the stream and stuff like that, so I didn't get around to doing that.
You had extra time. You had more time than you could possibly imagine.
Ah, that's what you think.
Oh, that's what I know. Trying to start at 30 minutes early. Got him.
Dang, you right. Anyways, getting started to this game one. Reich definitely starting off with some good fireballs, trying to establish that mid-range and just kind of forcing his way in here, getting the clash, but we will see the stand heavy punch.
It's not so much of going in, it's just trying to push Zintai over to the wall. Now that he has him over there, perfectly willing to step in. That gives Zintai an out, but it's an out that doesn't really do too much so far. Charlotta roll, EX roll for the start, and this is a good look for Zintai to try to turn this around.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, sure. A lot of getting in with all of these Blanca balls right now.
Second one finding the mark, but can't get the wall slam. So that is the key that Wright needs to get this party started, getting a 2A to close out the first round.
Yeah, very good stuff from Zentai. Just establishing pressure really early on in that round and just was able to really kind of just steamroll his way through that.
That was a good reaction from Wright.
For sure. And unfortunately, missing the punish on that DP, getting kind of losing out here and now getting hit, unfortunately. But still able to get back into that. Unfortunately, that was because he did not really get a chance to do anything. Oh, and it gets back thrown out of the corner. Not really sure.
Defensive throw. Defensive throw. It's one of the things where you step up and you're like, I'm expecting to tech a throw and I want to block as well. I don't really know where you're going to be. Still works out for Zentai until Wright came down with a JC to the dome piece. Not enough is the noble strategies are there, or the holy ladder. That's the one move I should remember the name of. I like that. It's kind of funny.
Oh, yeah, the DP.
Yeah.
Yeah, Holy Ladder is a pretty good name for that move.
Names don't matter too much. It's all about the records. If you go into round 3, that DP was supposed to be a fireball. It's okay. Nobody was ready for it.
Oh, very good counter hit, but not able to convert off of it.
I mean, the statement was said with the counter hit as is.
For sure. It would have been really cool if we saw an EX Blanca Ball from that, but we are going to see this conversion coming out here from Zentai into sweep. Gets the knockdown, but not really going to get any pressure off of it.
Speaking of sweeps, Wright has one of his own.
Another great DP there from Zentai. Oh, misses the conversion. Oh, is this going to connect? No, too high, but did he meet him with close H? Yeah.
Yeah.
Zentai. Taking a crazy game number 1.
Ready for any situation, has a Swiss Army knife of resets, if you will. Just always prepared for the job, and have to see if he can do it again in game 2.
Yeah, definitely gonna be interesting to see how they adapt here, but very good conversion there, trying to get into the corner and establishing this pressure.
They ain't going over there. Right, he tried to jump into that blender over there. He's seen enough. He's been mixed so many times. Trying to play from range. But a nice jump from Zentai over the B fireball, gets him out of the corner.
Oh, whiffs the flip in his face and then just gets hit by a DP. Oh my god. Charlotta wilding out right now. Like the gorilla she is.
Right, just been fairly decent with the 2C. Sad that he can't find the counter hit that he needs, which is why he finds himself on his back again.
Oh,
nice
very good jump.
And now a bit of an uncombo combo helps him out, gets a little more damage than he really deserves at that point. It just throws out the big boot.
The boot of justice.
Big surge gets Wright on the board.
And that boot really putting us to work for Reich there. Unfortunately, Reich isn't spot dodging that second hit of the DP, so not really able to get a good punish on it right now.
I mean, anything is better than nothing, and with the little bit of a punish he got, he's already taken half life.
We are going to get the wall bounce! Oh, got the really weird hit on that fireball, unfortunately. Not really able to get anything, but gets hit with another DP. Block, but good punish. Not enough, though. And he just hits another boot out of the corner, and Reich takes game number 2. Both rounds booting his way through that.
Literally stepping over this small girl as he goes into game 3.
Yeah, game 3 here definitely gonna be interesting. See, this like, I don't know, man. I don't even know if it's space control anymore.
I mean, it is. It's space control coming, trying to work around forward moving specials, and you can see the dynamics of the match changing as in game 1 Zentai was the one trying to be forward going, looking for the EX balls. But with the way game 3 just started, you see him spot dodging, looking for the boots now. Like, he's afraid to stand in front of Reich.
Oh, unfortunately, no counter hit there on that overhead. A very big. Oh, he could have won the He could have won the skybound art there. I don't think he was ready.
Yeah, but he's still in a good position because that was a EX Holy Ladder, so, you know, no defensive options for a second.
Definitely.
Zentai has him back again, but still trying to
misses the DP.
And he missed that one, though. It's even low. He caught right trying to walk out of the corner, finds a second hit, finds a third hit, and this is going to be the one to take the round. Excalibur.
Wow, Zentai chipping his way through that and then getting the Super Skybound Art conversion there and taking the first round in game number 3.
Bro, he was literally gnawing away at Right's ankles.
Like a little chihuahua.
Yeah. We have to see how much bite this dog has in round 2, and this is gonna be a big. Oh, it should have been a big.
Unfortunately, still was in the air there, so he wasn't able to really get the hits that he needed to make the right conversion.
And I feel like one of the things that's really doing Zentai in is the willingness to just throw holy ladders out there, because there's so many times that he's using it to cover a strike, kind of in the same vein that Reich does, but he's just nowhere near as successful.
Yeah, for sure, but Reich is putting on a clinic right now. He was having really good control for about half this round so far, and like Zentai finally getting out of the corner, able to establish a pressure of his own, but very low on health right now. And he just hits another boot, catching his walk forward.
Yeah, that was a really dangerous one as well. I think he was expecting like a longer range poke, like maybe an H to come out. Because if that was blocked, that would have been the end of him.
That definitely would have been the end of that game because he had Skybound Art on deck there.
A little too slow on the ladder again is Zentai.
Oh, very good JU. Oh, and he gets around the DP into the heavy auto combo into super. And that will take game number, that was 3, yeah, game number 3.
Yeah.
Las Banditas in the chat saying he almost kicked her crown off. Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong.
See, like, look at the dynamic of this now. Like, Zentai is completely on the back foot, constantly waiting for Right to overextend himself. That's not how this started off. So,
unfortunately, missing that 1 frame link there on the stand M, but still even health percentages right now for both players. Kind of just waiting for the next person to flinch so they can get something. Oh, very good anti-air. Not going to get a conversion though.
One of the rare misses out of Right, but he hasn't had too many looks at a counter hit 2C throughout the set so far, so it's understandable. His counter hit 2B though. That's a good look. Empty jump. Did he block?
No, he actually went for a 2L there.
Yeah, he empty jumped and then he didn't block afterward. Therefore, he got lit up. Searchlights in the sky.
I think he tried to go for meaty 2L, but unfortunately mistimed it. But it's gonna be really interesting to see what happens here. Oh, Charlotta had DP on deck, but she didn't use it. And she's gonna just jump in and get smacked with a big 2H.
Yeah, a little bit of eagerness, or a lot of eagerness from Zentai, finding himself 1 round away from getting dropped down to the loser's bracket, and he just doesn't seem to have an answer for this mid-range of Right. Late tech, better than none though.
Oh, the boost! Oh,
and the thing that was so crazy about that is the fact that he beat an EX ball, so he took a cooldown away from him, steps up confidently, takes a throw.
Yeah, and Reich just confidently takes those last few interactions there going into that game 4 and takes it 3-1 over Zentai. Very good stuff from Reich there, just keeping that pressure up, getting the hits that he needed, and it looked kind of rough in that last game there.
It was just, again, the swing from the first game where Zentai literally just had enough confidence to play. Part of it was the fact that Reich was allowing the Blanca balls to happen, trying to work around them and around Charlotta as a whole. The big change coming in game 2 where Reich decided, well, I have a character that everybody says is the best in the game, so I'm going to do the good moves and I'm going to make this your problem. Put my foot out there, swing my sword, and it's your job to get out of my way. And
yeah, basically.
I couldn't answer the call.
Yeah, but now we are going to be moving over to our winners semis sides of the bracket. We're going to have the man himself, Vasaraga embodied, Fame 96 versus Glass Sword.
Bro, who let this guy here?
I did.
Who let this guy? Why?
Cause why not?
You should have had him last week. That's why he's here. He saw who won last time. He's like, nah, I can't let that happen again.
Right?
Not on my internet.
He's here to defend. He's here to defend the turf for Georgia. But
man.
we are going to have a Georgia matchup here. I don't think these two have ever played in any game. So
Probably not.
no, as I don't think Fame ever played Injustice, nor do I think Glassword ever played Fame and BB Tag. So it's gonna be very interesting to see. Unfortunately, losing some interactions here in the corner and not really getting a chance to play. A good safe jump, good grab in the corner though.
Fame ready to meet the empty jump low, follow the fence, and just casually waiting, biding his time before he can throw the 2A out there and take the first round.
Yeah, that was a really good attempt from Glass Sword there, trying to get that mix up there with the EX arrow. That would have been very scary if that would have hit. Oh, gets the command grab. Oh, tries to tick throw him.
Time for another tick, no go.
Oh no, just letting that rock. Oh, good shoulder tackle. And wow, Fame making quick work of that game one.
Yeah, just anytime he was given an inch, taking a mile, which is what we know him for.
That's also just Vasaraga in general too. That character just does so much damage, especially for a low health character like Metara.
Yeah.
Oh, getting a big counter hit round start. And he gets another one there with the shoulder tackle.
And it's quite easy for me to say this, but the last sword looks like he just doesn't have an answer at all. The one time he thinks he gets a little bit of breathing and then gets counter hit from long range, and you just see Fame. Like, the first game was complete oppression in his face. This one playing a bit from range before he marches in, takes the B, and cleans up another round.
Yeah. It seems like Glassword just might not have enough information on what to do in this matchup specifically, like how to deal with stance and pressure in order to really be able to capitalize off of anything right now.
I mean, that's one half of it. That's the easy thing to say, but the other thing is you just have to give credit to Fame.
Oh, for sure.
When you can do stuff like that, think about that.
Yeah, I think he just literally two-touched Glassword there.
Yeah, and for what? For trying to jump out of the corner. I want to say that's the first time he tried to jump out, and Fame with a solid call ended his life.
Yeah.
Like, you can know Vasaraga, and that's still something that probably happens.
Yeah, for sure. Glassword sticking to his guns here, trying to just establish some sort of anything, trying to get something here. Fame getting the hit though.
Yeah, with the way things are going, I honestly would call it a win for Glassword if he can make forward progress.
Yeah,
getting out of the corner, that's the start.
For sure, for sure. But unfortunately, getting counter hit again there.
Yeah, big 5 feet.
Oh.
Armored March backing him up. Not looking good for Glassword. He might be going down again.
Yeah, he's unfortunately letting Vasaraga make too much ground there with this trait, but finally getting some breathing room out of the corner. Unfortunately, trying to get the tick throw with that EX arrow, but not going to really cut it there.
5 straight rounds for Fame, trying to see if he can get a clean sweep. And there's a little bit of life for Glassword, though. Walking him into the corner, arrow ran, okay.
Oh, unfortunately, not within the range to be able to get that grab. Grabs are so stubby in this game. Oh, very good. Getting some signs of life here. Getting some pressure now.
Gonna need a little more than jabs, especially when he's running in the counter hit 5Cs like that. Back to the wall again. How does he get out? Fame was looking for a jump, nothing doing though. And he's paying respects, falling back.
Does need to watch out for Trey here. He doesn't have armor on deck anymore, but unfortunately that's going to be it. Fame getting the hits that he needed and making them count. Closing out that game 3-0 over Glassword.
Jeez.
This man's a bully. Get him out of here.
I wouldn't even call him a bully. He's just, showing up to work, doing his job.
For sure.
He didn't do anything crazy. He wasn't doing any degenerate grind stuff or anything. He just really played a solid game. Was finding the spacing to work around Metera buttons or Metera pokes. Constantly finding what would be plus frame tackles. Wound up being counter hit tackles. Made good calls on Glassword's defenses. Like, you saw how many counter hits he got. The one big anti-air that ended his life in game 2.
Yeah.
So just, Fame was just literally being solid.
Yeah, that's for sure. Definitely just establishing his pressure, establishing his game plan, and just going through with it. Just worked out for him very well.
Hey man.
All
Hey
right.
man.
What's up?
You somebody's missing here.
We are waiting on Tectal.
Hey man.
What's up?
Where's Tectal at?
Yo, Tectal.
You don't get to do that. You're supposed to drag him by the collar and throw him on the setup.
Oh, I forgot to update the Matcherino command. Whoops.
This guy right here had an entire week. Oh my gosh.
Whoops.
So while Sonaido's over here fixing his errors, when he gets it done, this is indeed another Matcherino event. So when he gets everything set up, I'm pretty sure he's gonna throw the links in the chat.
Hold on. Let me throw the ad up though. I got you.
Oh, all right. Well, I was gonna do that, so you got it.
All right. Well, the ad's up. Well, let me get to fixing these codes and stuff. My bad, y'all. Oops. That. Yes. All right. All right. There we go. All right. Here we go. So now, as you guys can see in the chat now, we have the Matcherino codes up there. And as you can see on screen, if you go ahead and click on those links, that with your favorite social media, you guys can go ahead and I'll put in that code and you guys can add 50 free cents to the pot. That's right. Nothing out of your pocket. Just literally go on the link, put in that code, and 50 cents immediately goes into whoever places in this event's pocket. It's just as easy as that. If you guys are willing to, you guys can, add your own money in there too, or you guys can do some sponsor quests and add, an extra 25, 10 cents, 30 cents here and there too to help flesh out the pots some more as well. So, with that being said, we are going to be going back into this with another winners semis match with Tectal Eastside and Reich.
I guess he just gave up that personal life, huh?
What's up?
I guess he just gave up that personal life, huh?
Yeah, yeah, it looks like it. Or he's just learning both.
I mean, he's been playing Vegeta since she's been out, so...
Yeah, he has been.
Let's also forget that, learning never ends, so he will always be learning Vegeta and Percival. But either way, locked in with the Vegeta right now, going against Reich, Grand again. I feel like every time Reich plays, he's always in the ring. This is Reich's ring. Reich's house. First one to leave his feet and got back with a 2C. Wasn't a counter hit though, so it doesn't mean too much at this point. Willing to play a fireball war with Vegeta, but Tectal falling back to the corner. He gets around a boot. Holding on to that one, letting Reich fall into it with Reich with the big 5U, finding some space. 2U in the boot as well. Small hits trading back and forth here.
Very good
VP
stuff.
though.
Very good VP there. Tectal kind of just running into that fireball, unfortunately, but still keeps the corner right now and gets a big conversion. Can do a lot of damage. 2H super. And that should take the round. No, just barely living on. And getting that 2L to close out the game.
Yeah,
that round, sorry.
Reich's not having his up downs in check, but that was so crafty out of Tectal because he spent the entire first game just walking away from Reich, allowing him to have any space that he wanted to, and just turned up on him at the end. This time being a little more foregoing, trying to play the mid-range game against him. Working out, especially when he finds a counter hit 2B into the Vorpal Blade. Good start.
Gets
Yeah,
grabbed.
he was looking for an empty jump low and he just flubbed it. Now it's right to turn in a really good position. He's wailing away at the chip.
I think that might have been a fireball, but I don't know. You gonna just be calling him out?
No, it was supposed to be a fireball because it was a cancel. And the thing that was so sad about it, that's the second time we've seen it out of Right, and that was the most unfortunate time because Tecmo didn't need to punish it directly. He just needed the awareness to take the plus frames that was given to him, which he did, took the game.
Yeah. Very good stuff. Unfortunately, did drop that combo at the end there, but made up for it with that follow-up. Right, trying to get some stuff started here in this game number 2.
Stepping forward this time.
This man.
Tecmo took a page out of the Right's playbook.
That's just all Gita players, dude. Don't worry.
That's anybody with a DP.
Yeah.
Nice, and this time he gets the counter hit with the 2C. Good looks for Tecmo. And he was looking for a DP, nothing there. So just falling back a little bit.
Oh, very good conversion. Gonna go straight into the close heavy into super. That's gonna do a lot of damage, but not gonna kill. It's another anti-air, no counter hit though. Not gonna get the conversion. Reich in a very good position right now. Just needs to be very careful. He does not get hit.
Yeah, he's gotta be. Yeah.
I low-key thought he blocked that for a second.
Yeah, that was the kind of thing that Tecmo was looking for because Rice was showing that he's willing to poke from that range. Went with 2-5 at that point, so it's just clearly on his mind that he doesn't want to step up. That gave Tecmo all the reason to wait for the boot to come out. He committed to that, okay. As far as the counter hit 5-8's a lingering hitbox. So active.
We're gonna get the safe jump. This man trying to get the boot, try to just jump to avoid a boot out of the corner. Oh, both throwing a fireball at the same time, missing the 2H on the anti-air. Good sweep, safe jump. Good conversion there, good reactions, but not gonna get anything else from it, but gonna get a grab, and that will take the game.
Solid tick throw, and the Tecto's looking really good over here. Just constantly switching the pace. Like, he's spending a lot of the time, a majority of his time, playing defensive, playing patient, but he just knows when to start the ignition, pour on the steam, and get in his face. Just really keeping Reich off balance.
For sure. He's definitely doing a really good job at that, for sure. And getting a very good DP there to try and gain some space. Cross up JU, but good block.
DP as well, just get him off. Right's in control of center stage. And, ooh, taking a cross under from that one. I was going to say it's kind of unfortunate that he hasn't been able to find too many counter hit DPs. I want to, or counter hit 2Cs, only one, but now trying to take mix-ups from it. So it's a good adaptation from him.
For sure.
Waited for it. Let him fall into the light DP. Step up throw. Again, that's the change of pace.
Oh, unfortunate. Was caught crouching there with when he got that conversion, so that far light's not going to connect.
Tecmo biding his time again.
Oh, maybe thought that was going to cross up.
Possibly.
I don't blame him. I got hit.
That was kind of crazy because that was the timing where I feel like Reich was hoping that was deep enough for the boot to connect, and since he did it, he just played ahead of the scramble. It was looking pretty good. Staples Tecmo to the ground with a 2A. Can he get to the other side? Nah. So front side JU leaves him in the corner.
Very unfortunate, but good conversion there from Tecmo, getting the situation to DP. Overhead. Good pressure.
Poked around the 2U. But he's ready for the reset this time. Backs him up with a DP. Leaves him lodged against the wall. Counter hit 2C. Can't get a full confirm from it though.
I think he went from super and he got trait. But Tecto's still finding a way to close out that round. Good stuff from him. And Tecto on match point right now for the set.
Long range, natural hit 2C again, starting things off for Reich. See how he keeps the lead this time. He's ready for it. He's been really consistent at just denying the airspace away from Tecto, but just can't get too much from it. Like, he's gotten the conversions here and there. He's gotten the resets, like we said. This is going to be a huge one for him. To the wall.
Oh, gets the wall bounce too into super. And that will take the game. Great showing for Reich there in that last game there. Getting finally on the board and showing, you know, some decent comeback there.
He can thank me for that one. I willed that counter hit into existence for him to allow him to get on the board. He can thank me later. But one's not enough. He needs two more. Denied. And the patience coming out. Yeah, Rice has got to be really careful when Tecto's in that 2B range because Tecto's found so much success with it. Able to get around to you a couple times, get around the grand to you a couple times, and find some key hits, especially in that position. But Tecto's trying to find his way out of the corner. He can't get out.
Reich hit every single heavy move there. And he went for it. He baited the DP, and Reich takes the first round in game 4.
That was such a sharp adaptation because Tecto has only done that one time. Rice had it in his mind that it was a tool in his defensive arsenal, baited it out, closed out the round. So good. Now Tecto in round 2, starting to roll Rice over into the corner. Wasn't ready for the 2U. Shut him down with a fireball though. Big EX fireball to get back to center stage.
I'll try to. Oh, he bait the anti-air.
Got a solid punish as well. Wasn't the biggest one, but the fact that he was able to just put anything on him and take the real estate is, you know, all you can ask for at that point.
For sure.
Now both of them got to be kind of careful trying to trade H's in that space. You know there's going to be a super lurking behind it and once you can find it.
Oh my gosh, good conversion from Reich. Getting, drop the conversion.
If there was ever a time that he needed a counter hit 2C, he got it and he didn't have it. And now you see the fear for him, and Tecto smells it, steps up, takes a throw, empty jump low, no good. Didn't expect the 5A to hit, so doesn't confirm from. And there it is, the 2B again. EX Robo, that should be the round, and it is.
Dang. Tecto getting that sweep and then getting the EX or Rekka conversion there and going into super, taking the round and in position to be able to take this set again. Reich, unfortunately, losing out that opportunity to get another game on the board. Oh, very good job out of that clash.
Tecto not deterred though. Stepping up in his face, getting a nice conversion, carried over to the corner, and that's another change. If you jump into a throw this time, got Reich asleep at the wheel, still pinned down in the corner, didn't block the DP. We haven't seen the DP out of Reich in a while.
Yeah, that's true. And when he hit it, though, it counts.
Yeah. Kind of pump the brakes again, and that gives Tecto the green light to throw the EX fireball, see if he can find his lane again. Waited for the just block on the 5U.
Oh, that's Tecto. It. He's going for the true version. Let's see if he hits it all. That's it.
Saying that like you just can't mash it out. Come on.
I mean, still, you can drop it. It's online.
You can literally just mash it out. Come on.
It's online.
Okay.
Tecto
literally just mash it out. Come on.
Tecto still very good stuff for him taking that set 3-1 over Reich. Very good stuff. Reich showing some really good signs of life there, but unfortunately not able to close out any games that he needed to. Unfortunately.
Yeah, it was just hard for him to keep up with the pacing of Tecto. Playing a majority of the round just on the back foot, casually biding his time, waiting to see if Reich was going to overextend, which Reich really didn't do a lot of that. Like, there weren't too many errant boots. In fact, I don't want to say Reich really did that, but it was just losing a neutral game in a close range game, like the scrambles here and there. Just all of those aspects are what really added up to a Tecto win in that and moved him on to winners finals.
Mm-hmm. Now we are going to see winners finals next. We're going to see Fame go up against Tecto, the Georgia Classic. We've seen these two play way too often.
See them play too often to BB tag.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't really say that about Granblue because it's not like a lot of Granblue really happened before we got locked down, buddy.
Dang, you right.
Mm-hmm.
But still, we see them play a lot. At least here, we see them play a lot.
Two very familiar faces in the Zone Breakers realm, trying to see who's going to move to the 5th grand finale, who's going to have to dig themselves out of the losers bracket, but going to have to wait until a little bit of a break because we can't get him in here.
Yeah, he said he's on his way.
You know why he's waiting, right?
Why?
He's waiting for more people to donate to the match arena. So
Oh.
comes to the crowd to call him out. So what I need you to do is hit !match arena in the chat and pull up the links for Granblue and BB Tag. You're going to use the Granblue one right now. Click on the link, go to the Match Arena page, log in with your favorite social media, and use the code that I'm assuming are on the screen right now.
Yes.
ZBGBVS05. Put that into the code slot, and you will create 50 cents that Match Arena will add to the pot.
It will just magically appear.
Pretty
It probably
sure
comes from
it's-
somewhere, but
It's in some code somewhere.
yeah, for sure. But yeah. So yeah, if you guys want to do that, add more money to the pot for these nice players. We will be able to, pay them out for free entry. Definitely not bad.
Nice
Giving
is a
away money for free.
Nice is a perspective word.
All right. Winners finals, 3 out of 5 for the entire tournament still. So
See, some of those times you say something and you think about it, you're like, getting into the mood and everything and letting the intros play out, or, possibly just letting the connection stabilize. But here we go.
Victory. Battle 1. Engage.
Quiet start. A lot of information about neutral patterns and ideas that are running through people's heads. Tekla takes the first gambit, stepping up and getting a counter hit 5B. Missed his JU, I believe. I don't think he wanted to cancel it. He wanted it to hit, but no harm really done. Especially since he couldn't find the throw. Gets the counter hit confirmed from a fireball. Okay.
he's going to get the safe jump here. Spot dodge. Oh, and he gets hit by the overhead. Unfortunately, not converting. It would have been really good for Vegeta. That probably would have killed if he had got...
That was the kind of one that he wasn't really expecting to hit.
Yeah.
But still
Minus
a complete-
4. And he just... All right, you got it.
Perfectly, well, pretty reasonable for him to do that, because even if Fame blocked it, it would have been close. Like, he would have had to know the sickest combo to take him out at that point. And so Tekla was just willing to risk that.
I mean, it is Fame, though.
That is true, but again, that's one of those risks that's reasonable to take, given the scenario. Like, do you have that on the spot, in the clutch, to close the round? That's the kind of thing that Tekla was asking at that point.
That's
But
fair.
he should be asking about the armor. Fame with a lot of life to work with, has Tekla down to Super Sabah range.
Gonna get that medium charge in there.
Bro, he's just chucking away at his block. Look at it go.
Very good super. Drops it. Tries to get him with a counter hit, potentially, or just catch him like not blocking.
He ain't mash it out, man.
Or he dropped it on purpose.
He ain't mash it out.
If you see the trade on deck right now for Fame. Oh, grabs it. Grabs him out of it.
Still pressing forward after the UO is Tekla. Confirmed down to the EXDP, making sure to get the hard knockdown. Nice! Scooped him out of the skies! And one more look and take it for Tekla in round 3.
He actually could have converted that because he did have the EX on deck for both moves. He could have taken the round there.
I'm gonna have to see if that comes back to haunt him at this point as Fame finds a little space at the center screen, gets down to the deck in time to protect his ankle, steps up, command throw.
Oh, meaty. Yo, meaty shoulder charge into, forcing me into block into jab super. Let's go, Fame. That was
The,
hype.
the juice dripping off of that meaty, bruh. Literally one of the thickest cuts you will see in Granblue.
Yeah, no, that was definitely a I have no words.
You just have to talk about the acting. You don't have to think about it too much. Let them give all the explanations with their actions. Fame finding another gap, sticking his big foot out there with a 2B just to get a break and get himself back to center stage again. He's been really good about that. But I mean, this is one of the tales of both of them. Very solid players, so they don't just die automatically in a corner. Fame now stepping forward with his soul forward, going to the march. Yeah.
Super Skybound Art, and Fame is gonna block it, and that's gonna be stand heavy into Super.
Detective was just taking a really huge gamble throwing the DP out there, especially since Fame was forged up, giving him a lot of time to get his U out and protect himself. He finds himself stepping in Detective's face, forged up again. Actually, he's not forged up, excuse me.
Oh, Asmodeus corrected us. That setup that Fame 1-4 was an unblockable at the end of the last game.
We're in game 2 though.
Yeah, we are in game 2, but still, that's oh, this man thought he was gonna throw. He
It's a
just
dicey
gets
roll.
smacked.
Yeah, that's the dice you roll. And it looks like it looks crazy for Technical to try that, but I mean that's the kind of mix-up that Vasaraga gets to enforce on people, you know? Because if there was a throw, Technical would look like a genius.
Yeah.
He threw rock, there was paper there, and he got closed up, cleaned up.
Yeah, unfortunately.
It's 2-0 Fame. Not a completely dominant 2-0, but solid nonetheless. Very, very solid.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see what Tecto can do this game to like change up the pace and be able to, you know, be able to get on the board.
It's just making the most out of his offense, like when he gets the knockdown. Because if you think about it, he's finding the hits, he's finding the conversion, and he's able to push against Fame, but he's not able to get long series of like hit after hit that Fame is. He doesn't want to play neutral too long, I believe, because the thing that's working out in neutral, Fame's favor in neutral, is the fact that he's finding the blocks and finding the chips time and time again. So it just feels really hard for Tecto. Case in point, as he goes down to the first perfect that we've had today.
Yeah, Fame making a statement there.
Trying to see if he can close it out with another round in another game. Couple of sparks. This is my house. He's looking for the autocorrect there, couldn't find it.
Oh, good jump away from Fame.
That goes in, maneuvers around all the buttons, and gets a chance. Met him in the air, brings him back down. 2B, but no confidence behind him. And he didn't want to challenge the spacing on that, so he just falls back. Try to take another stab at it, and he's taking a stab. That's a big cut.
Yeah, that was a huge counter hit there, but it's taking a lot of damage. Tactile needs a good hit to be able to get back into this game.
Yeah, see, this is where it starts looking really hard for him. Fame doesn't even need to do this, but still steps up, scoops him up, and throws him down in the loser's finals.
Gets scooped. Ooh. Fame taking that set with a quick 3-0. Coming out from the man himself, Fame 96. That man's a monster.
He's just got all the right answers for every question that you can throw at him. And again, like, when he's on offense, when he's getting his hits and he's getting his setups, I mean, that's where everybody looks at him, and it's so obvious to say that he's shining. But one of the things that doesn't get talked, or one of the things that he talks about, right, that kind of goes under the radar, is when he's finding the big hits on block. Because again, like if you talk to Fame, or if you listen to Fame, I can't say I talk to him, but if you listen to him talk about Vasaraga, one of the things that he constantly goes back on is how much chip Vasaraga gets from the march, from any of the stance normals. And like you just have to pay attention to how many times somebody just lets that go because it doesn't seem that big. But they add up at the end of the day.
Right. For sure, for sure. All right, so we are going to have a DQ in losers here. Blue's going to be DQ'd from the bracket, so we're going to move on to losers semifinals.
Blue!
He just didn't show up, man.
Blue, what the?
10-minute timer. He didn't show up. All right, so we're going to go get straight into it. We got Reich versus Glass Sword.
This ought to be pretty good.
Catalina versus
We're going to see the Catalina come back out. I don't think these two have played yet, but like we saw earlier, Glass Sword does not want to deal with Metara versus versus Grand, so he's definitely going to opt for that. And we are in
battle 1. Engage.
losers semis.
Yeah, I was sitting there looking at the bracket. I was like, I know for a fact that Glass Sword played a Grand earlier. Who was it? It was Blue.
It was
So
Blue, correct.
Yeah. So I'm gonna have to see if he's gonna be able to keep Rice in check. I say that, but you know, with the last bit that we've seen of Rice, he's been, you know, more on the spacing, not so much on the DPs. That one was an old school Rice DP, if you will.
One way to put it, for sure.
Interesting choice right there. Using 2U to low profile instead of trying to directly anti-air. One of those right there. Steps up with the surge. Gets the confirm. The A confirm. That was long range, right? Rolling forward, but can't find the throw. Can't find the 2C. Glass Sword comes over the top with the JU. I don't think he has that. He's way too late with that. And that's going to be the end of him.
Very unfortunate.
Down.
I'll let you have this one.
Battle 2.
Yeah, I hate to see it happen. And with the way Glass Sword started off round 2, you can kind of see it in play that he's a bit upset. Charging forward and immediately getting shoved to the wall. But
Yeah, very kind of uncharacteristic of Glass Sword to kind of just like force his way forward. Usually takes a bit more of a calculated approach.
he seemed to collect himself a bit.
Yeah, it looks like he's back to it for sure. But making himself some ground here for sure.
He's taking the lead as well.
Ooh.
Don't know if he was intending to look for that or if he was just throwing a button out there for something else, but timing not really favoring Glass Sword in that scenario, but still able to keep on his footing for now until he got the rug taken out from under him with a 2U, right? Getting on the board first.
Yeah, very good stuff there from Reich, getting the hits that he needed there to really capitalize of it. Glass Sword is unfortunately not getting those in that instance.
Victory. Battle 1.
And I have to believe he took a second to
Just collect
take a
himself,
breath.
yeah.
Quite literally. Doesn't seem to be working out too well as he's getting banged around in the beginning of game 2, but okay. A DP and a throw, that's a bit of a start. Got the 5B, but didn't know it was coming, so didn't really think too much of it.
Try to shimmy him, but unfortunately gonna be in the corner himself now. Oh, gets hit with a counter hit 5U. Not gonna really finish the combo though, unfortunately.
Steps up and takes the counter hit 5A. That's a good start to get this back for Glass Sword.
Gets a
Tick
throw.
That was a brave tick throw against the likes of Rice. Because one of those could be lurking behind the corner. Rice gets his face with a DP.
Unfortunately, he got the counter hit close heavy, but wasn't able to convert off of it.
Battle 2.
The thing that I really can't believe is Rice gets that boot. And of all things he looks for, he goes with a 2U and finds Glass Sword walking away from catching up in the round 2. It's the right show.
Getting another counter hit, not converting off of it. Getting a DP off, and unfortunately, they get hit there into the corner.
Things are not looking good for Glass Sword. If you try to step up and take another 5A, that got denied, and the staggers are just too much. Eventually, another 2U lurking from the depths and taking the second game for Reich.
Believe in
Yeah, very unfortunate. Glass Sword is sticking to it though, going straight into game 3. Oh, very good roll.
Let's throwing all the sword surges out there. Big 5U against the roll. Rice is looking so good right now. The roll getting a little bit of space, but not enough to get him around from the DP. Try to roll again. That one got shut down by the 2U.
This is looking really rough right now. Unfortunately, not getting grabbed there.
That Glasswell just can't find anything at this point. Can't get himself out of the corner. The stray hits he has doesn't get confirmed. It's just rough. But he gets a lunge. That's a start.
Oh, and he gets DP'd. I think that's one of the first DPs we've seen in this set.
Oh, no, not at all.
Oh, not at all. Okay, I haven't been paying attention then.
Not at all. And even then, the thing is, if Rice has been paying a lot of attention to Glass Sword, especially with the little bit of offense that Glass Sword has had, he should have known that tick throw was coming, because Glass Sword has been favoring it when he started to get a little momentum going. So
Yeah, that's fair. But Glass Sword making up some good ground here, getting some good hits and getting some small chip damage here and there, but I don't know what side that hit on.
I don't think anybody knows, but that's something you can go back to the tape. Stepping out of the corner, but can't really do anything. Still under assault, finding a 2U to get some space. 2A.
2A, 2M, and then we are... Oh, big counter hit, no conversion! Oh, if he could have DP'd that, it would have been really good. Unfortunately, getting counter hit there, and Reich will take that 3-0 over Glass Sword.
Not bad, Gren.
That was just a fundamental game for Reich, as we know. A matchup that just goes in his favor. And it's not the matchup of Gran versus Catalina, but the matchup of Reich versus a person who is constantly trying to step up and challenge him. I get the impression that that's where he feels most comfortable, or the kind of opponent that he feels most comfortable fighting, especially one that is habitually stepping up looking for 5As, 2As, throws, most specifically not a DP, you know?
Right.
I just get the impression that that's where Reich just really shines fighting against something like that, which is why, you know, he looked really good, just constantly winning scrambles against Glass Sword. But if you think about why he's down here in the first place, down in the lower bracket, he lost to an opponent that didn't give that to him. So something to be really mindful of as we see him actually getting to go back against said opponent, because our next match is going to be the loser bracket finals. And it's going to be Reich again, who shouldn't be walking too far away. Gonna see if he can beat the demon that dropped him down to hell in Tectal East Side.
Yeah, we're gonna see if he gets his run back here. Here in losers finals. Alrighty, let's see if he can run this back. Oh, we're gonna see the Percival come out this time. I guess Tectal is not done with Percival yet.
I would hope not. I would hope he wouldn't listen to me and my random internet jawing. And again, with the way their last set went, it makes so much sense in my mind for Tectal to play Percival. Not even just, you know, maybe he's just trying them out, you know, maybe he's getting experience. For the fact that Tectal is one to play patiently for a majority of the match, it seems so good for him to play his other character that has longer range. It just commands and dominates the mid-range.
Yeah, this character is definitely no slouch when it comes to that.
So yeah, it's just looking at them square up against each other in a 5C ringing out in the beginning says that this is going to be really hard for Reich. Let's see if he's got it in him. Taking the command dash as Tectal stepping forward and throwing a hail of 5As into the dodge, not letting Reich hide away at all. Looking for the roll, but that got shut down by the ground wave. Get off me. Let me play. All the plus frames, and Tectal was waiting, seeing if the DP was there. He found it, and that's all he did. Slapped him on the wrist. That he got to clean that up.
First of all, 5A is just kind of disrespectful. He kind of just like slaps you with that thing. I forgot Percival had it back then.
That's his JU?
Yeah. I don't think you really see it too often.
Eh,
Oh, good conversion.
the main thing you care about it is literally changing up the timing, which is another thing that'll be a thorn in Righteous' side. Is he's constantly looking for 2Cs. He's got to be so weary of it, especially since Technical has shown that he's willing to go to it. So there's just so many things working against Right when he looks at this character, but this is a big chance for him. Close 8 for the punish. And he caught him before he got down to the ground. He's looking really good. This is the thing that Right has to do. Can't let him out of the corner like this. Just a couple of 2As, and he would have gladly taken the full confirm, but just pumping the brakes for now is a bit of a sign of life for Right. He's trying to see if he can snuff out the flames of Tekla at the end of round 2. Jumps around the Super Sabah.
Oh, nope.
So I thought.
That hit later in the animation, so it might... Oh, there's more damage. Okay.
Ooh.
He was TP? Oh my god.
So here's the thing you have to consider, all right? He takes the EX overhead, right? I forget the name of that. He takes the EX command overhead, right? That's plus frames. But the big thing that he did is he chunked them down to a pixel. So it was like dodge or die.
Basically. Because I think that might have chipped him out regardless.
That was the game plan. I'm pretty sure that was a big thing on Tekla's agenda right there. But catching up with game 2, something that Right has been really good at is just waiting for the DPs to come out. And that's where he got the party started. Let's see if he can bring in the good times. The backside of the 2C.
That was definitely a hit.
Yeah, it is a full swing. You can't be mad at that. Unless you just don't know how hitboxes work.
Well, very good DP there from Reich. Good reaction.
Battle 2.
Yeah, with his Rockies, the first game is Reich taking the first round of game 2. Tekla taking the charge. I think that's the first charge that he's taking. I could be wrong. I haven't been paying too much attention to that. I'm taking 3 and stepping 4th. We'll slow on the draws first.
No punish there.
Now, that's one. I don't have much to say about that one, but Reich will gladly take that.
Could be a lot of damage. Next hit might take it depending on the resources.
You still gotta be careful charging into a Percival like that. But he finds his way around the 5C, gets a couple of hits.
Oh, 5 against the 5U. Jumps over the fireball. Block?
He's gotta be blocking, yeah.
Oh!
But he's still okay, he's still okay. Fade away, Jace B, JC. Takes a charge to get under, gets around the command throw.
Nice, and Reich ties it up 1-1.
Hanging on.
Victory. Battle 1. Engage.
Bruh, it ain't that serious. Hold on now.
This man DP'd round start.
It was a step up DP. But we call him crazy, but think about how Tekla has been starting. He's been starting with 5Cs. So Right is actually looking for something reasonable. It just looked crazy because he was wrong.
Yeah, that's fair. If he was right, we would have been like, oh my gosh, what a good read.
Yeah.
No,
Right
Reich is chipping him down to health right now.
Yeah.
It's full stacks.
What is he gonna do with it?
I don't know.
Like, he's got to come in at some point in time. Try to step up and take the command throw. Right casually steps away from it. 2A tick throw. Late tech keeping Tekla in the game for now. But he's down on the pixel. Finds the 2C. Doesn't get
misses the conversion. And he just punishes it. Oh, is that a punish? No, I don't think that was a punish. I can't tell.
Yeah, there was no notification, but I don't know if it puts it up at the end.
Yeah, maybe not.
Sam Show has me scared of post-hit notifications. Yeah, we're not talking about samurais. We're talking about knightly people, if you will.
Oh, very good anti-air. And Wright just turned this set around right now. He is in almost full control.
He's just been able to stay in the pocket to where
good
Tecto
delay.
can't really abuse Percival's range. He's just been so good. Trying to find his way in again and close it out because he doesn't want to give Tecto too much room to breathe. Jeez! Came down with a hammer. And that should have closed it. I don't know where the Super Sabal was, but that gives Wright another chance to play as he's trying to see if he can walk himself out of the corner. Tecto paying a good amount of respect. Steps up. Waits with the JU. No confirming for the 2-8.
He just gets Das Boot to close out game number 3. And now Wright is on set point right now. He's seeing Tecto back out, take a second, might see the switch back to Jita.
Fun fact, Das Boot means the boat. I mean, it's true.
I'm just gonna slide off commentary real quick. Just, you know.
That's one of those things that we as Americans don't really know. It's a German thing.
Yeah.
Still fitting because they got off of Das Boot. They got off of Grand Cypher.
Yeah, they did get off a Grand Cypher. That is fair. But
versus Gran.
yeah, I can see this now. Again, like coming into this matchup on paper, Percival just sounded like such a good call for Tecto, but he wasn't able to hold on to the space. He wasn't able to deny Reich, and Reich was just in his face time and time again. Literally lived in his house.
yeah, now Tecto's at a huge disadvantage, down by 1 game right now, and needs 2 to win it, while Reich only needs to close out 1.
なんだこの違和感君はもしかして
心配いらないよ私たちは私たちだからオイラもついてるぜ負けないでください
All right, here we go. Game number 4. Reich is on match point. This is it? Here's the real question, though. What are you really fighting for? The chance to fight Fame or the chance to not fight Fame?
I mean, I don't want to fight Fame. You never know, man.
You should have signed up then.
But then who would commentate?
We would have held it down for you.
Ain't about me though. It's about Tecto with a little bit of a deficit, trying to see if he can work his way in on Reich. Pretty unsuccessful as Reich steps up, gets the 2C that he's been waiting for, so deep that he can easily close it out with a boot, and is 1 step away to making it to the grand finale.
Yeah, Reich is very close to getting to this grand finals right now, putting in a lot of work.
Nice B surge, shutting down a final.
Oh, good counter hit.
Has everything working out
Tecto's
for him.
health is just dwindling.
Dwindling, bro. It's getting chomped. He doesn't really have much left to work with, but he finds a 2U, and his 2B got shut down. That feels like such a telling tale for this set at this point.
And Reich just steamrolls his way through that game and takes it 3-1 over Tecto.
Jeez.
I was not expecting that. I was expecting a closer set than that. But I guess paying back the 3-1 from earlier from Tecto's side.
Yeah. Tecto just could not find any real footing with his Vegeta. It just Bryce had too much momentum at that point.
Yeah, for sure. So, right now, they are going to be playing for the pot unless it does get bigger within these next couple moments by the end of BB Tag later tonight. But, yeah, we will be seeing Reich versus Fame. For Grand Finals. Not Losers Finals.
For Granblue Finals, Badunch.
Granblue Finals.
You know, part of me thinks, I wonder how many people have made that joke, but the other part of me is like, I wonder how many people have thought to make that joke.
And just didn't.
Yeah.
バザラガさんが倒れるイメージが湧かないぞ
It's going to be interesting for sure. Can Reich dethrone the man himself?
It's a lot to ask for. That's a lot to ask for. And it's a lot to ask, not because he's got to do it, but he's got to do it twice if you think about it.
Yeah, he has to win 6 games. Well, Fame only has to win 3 in one of these sets.
Okay, 2C.
Oh my! You saw how much damage that did?
Yeah, I'm watching the same game you are.
That
and,
did like 60%.
That's a no-fly zone. Dave doesn't even care to let him finish the DP before he punched him in the liver, took the first round.
This man's like, yo, you DP'd in my face, eat this. Eat the consequence.
Now, here's the thing that I think is crazy. Rice just lost half of his life to a 2C, and he starts off round 2 doing it again. Bruh, the Forge is there. Here is Fame stepping in. 2 5-8s to the Dome piece, marching in, didn't get the 2B.
This is insane right now.
And that's the kind of situation where it feels so good to have a character like Vasaraga. Like, you get the big monstrous lead, and you show that you're getting it from one good call, and you're just so content to just let somebody hang themselves, because you know at any moment they can literally explode.
Yeah, it's very, very, very dangerous territory you have to go through.
Caught his angles with the low. But here's Reich answering back with a DP. Let's see where the offense is going. Gets around the UO that was used to take a throw, so this is looking pretty good for him. He's actually got Fame on the ropes.
Yeah, Reich has made up a lot of ground right here, but Fame only needs 1 hit. Oh! Gets the clash frames there. Oh, it's not looking good. Fame with the sweep with the knockdown. And just waiting for that. Misses the combo there from that anti-air. It wasn't counter hit.
Right. It's the kind of thing he was going to look for anyway. Reich stepping forward. That's such a good... it was a good adaptation for Fame, but not good enough. A little too slow, and Reich on the board.
Battle 2. Engage.
But yeah, Fame definitely putting in the work right now, but Reich finally was able to get on the board that last round.
Quick little adjustment there. Saw that he took the armor away from the Forge, so went ahead and DP'd. Ran clean through the front door and got a throw. Super jump, second throw.
Oh, Fame responding with his own 2L of his own. Could be a lot of damage.
Threading the needle.
The next hit will take it. Reich needs to be careful.
Still got to get in and get the job done, so pretty tricky situation for him. Got hit with a spark, so 1 hit above 1 hit before he's done. Not exactly on a pixel, but it doesn't matter too much as a clean 5B cleaves through the second round. Fame trying to see if he can get a second game. Very pride to the tick throws coming out of Reich's Fame. Backs him up with an attack. Range on him. Has him located on the GPS, knows exactly where he's going to be. And that was a good late DP, because it was late enough to where Fame wanted to commit to something that wasn't the use, so he could blow through the armor. It was a good look from Reich. Came up with the butt.
Reich getting the stuff he needs. Is this going to be enough? No. Gets the knockdown. Oh, Fame on a slither.
Does he get this one? Still too slow. Can't really fault him for it, is that's not the quickest reversal, or really the quickest thing that Vasaraga has. It's a big slow dude, you know, it happens.
Yeah, for sure.
But
But Reich finally on the board, 1-1. Showing signs of life, and definitely this is possible.
making sure to shut down the bit of squirming that Fame was trying to do, so he goes to a bigger button. 2B to get some space. Woo! Nah, no 5Cs for you. Cleaned up with a 5U. And the trade, that's a good trade for Fame, because he got the forward as well, but he gets a counter hit with a 5C, looking for another one, trying to see if he can box right into the corner. Gonna get the counter hit that he needs, but still pressing forward. Lets him jump and just hits him with an A. Wasn't really so sure about that, and waited long enough, just knew the timing for the boot, throws another 5B on there, and gets the first round in game 3.
Reich needs to try and get back on whatever momentum he had going on in that last game, because he could really use it right now.
Gotta be careful about the shots that he takes. He, a little overzealous, gets the counter hit UO a little bit later, stepping forward, trying to see if there's any buttons coming out, but he found the wrong one. EX March, getting stopped with a DP. Right, still in control. Waited for it, and he caught him with a counter hit. Good looks. Not going to be enough to take the round, but leaves him in a really strong position. Stepped up, anti-jump throw. Caught him asleep at the wheel, right. Enters him back, trying to see if he can get ahead of Fame.
And Reich is on the board again in this game. Can he do it? Even if he does manage to do it, though, he needs to win 3 more.
It's looking very possible for him at this point. He's just
For sure.
hitting on all cylinders at this
Putting
point.
Fame in the blender. Goes for another grab, gets the 2L out.
Such a solid jump to get away from him. Not so much that one to get away from the shoulder tackle. But still, Wright's in a pretty strong spot until he jumped into that. Lost another chunk. Got to be really careful before he throws his lead away. Case in point, a little too eager to try to close this out. And now Fame is the one in the driver's seat, putting the pedal to the metal, charging in with a shoulder tackle, and taking game 3 up 2-1 and threatening to close out the tournament.
Yeah, Fame on tournament point right now. About to collect some more winnings at this tournament.
And it kind of makes me sad to see how that game panned out, because again, that was a pretty hefty lead for Rice, but he just didn't want to let Fame be the one to push the issue. Tried to bring it to Fame, and Fame shut him down quite a few times.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Gets the backside on the punch on that.
Right.
Okay.
Trying to get back in this.
Doing pretty good. A pretty decent lead. Even with the throw, but he didn't get punished too hard, so he gets to play again. Counter hit as he comes down, and that should be the end with the Tempest Blade. It is.
Nice. Very good conversion there from Reich, getting another point on this board. Trying to get it up to 2-2.
Solid. Been constantly looking at Reich in the air, flagged him down with a 2C. Wasn't a counter hit, but
use
gladly
the
did damage. Yeesh! Wasn't the most damage we've seen, but still see Fame in control.
Yeah. Fame making it worth it, though. Getting him all the way to the corner, getting that conversion, and closing out that round. Fame on tournament round right now. This will be it if he gets this.
Using the EX March, can't find Reich trying to jump away. Reich is jumping in, that's why. And Fame has been pretty spot on with the times that Reich wants to put his hands on it. That one, you know, willed into existence. Gets the counter hit UO, so it's a bit of a chance for Reich all the way down into the into the Sabaha.
Not getting all hits of that, though, but he gets the JU, and Reich ties it up 2-2.
And that's one thing that I've really liked about Reich. He picked up on that immediately when he was started off against Fame. The fact that Fame is willing to wait and throw really late, really delayed defensive options. So you see Reich marching, like literally marching on Fame before he tries to jump over.
Yeah, Fame was definitely using that armor to his advantage there.
Costly mistake for Reich. He finds himself down to what could effectively be another 8 plus frames from Fame, and he steps up with an EX Mark, hammers in the first round of game 5, and again, finds himself on tournament point.
Yeah. Fame really making good use of Vasaraga's fireball game that he does have just to kind of, you know, prevent them from really closing any space with their fireball.
Alright.
Gets the ground pound.
We haven't seen that in a while and came at the right time for Fame. Takes just a raw march.
Oh, gets the punish.
One of the few people I've seen actually think to punish that.
What he did is he blocked it and spot dodged that hit and then was able to get that. But now he has to worry about Fame in the corner.
He's holding on though.
Fame does not have. Oh, and he just got it. And then the next hit will take it. Fame can. Oh, and he tries to roll through, and Fame once again is your ZB Online winner. Good stuff to Fame there, closing that set out once again.
That was a good set.
For sure. Very good set. So, Fame, congrats to Fame for winning ZB Online. For those of you guys who are still watching, I will show you guys this. There is still time to, you know, give more money to the Match Arena prize pool. Granblue is up to about $40 right now, and that will be a top 2 payout for them. So that's good, but it could still be a bit more. So that will be paid out after BB Tag finishes later. So you guys still have time to donate to that if you want to. You can just sign in with whatever social media you want to, and then you can just use the code you see on screen and just donate 50 cents to either pot. Umbi did say that if anyone is still interested in signing up for BB Tag, if we can get that up to 16 entrants, he'll make sure that that Match Arena for BB Tag at least hits $100. So if anyone is interested for BB Tag, you guys can go ahead and sign up there. So yeah, that's going to be going on. You have till 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to sign up for that, and we'll be starting that at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So in the meantime, we'll probably either end the stream or have a couple casuals going on the stream to, you know, keep some time going. So anyways, I believe that's it for Granblue. So let me check to see if we have any casuals wanting to go through here. We have people coming out the cut right now in the Discord for BlazBlue, so we will keep you guys updated.